Good morning. Hi, let's see. I have to lift this up a little bit. Let's try that. Good morning. Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 307, and we're here live, we're here live, but not at the beach. We are still in Southwest Florida, but we're at my studio this morning because the weather was not participating. What all's going on outside? It's raining, it's super foggy, and I, first of all, thought it was not safe to ride my bike to the beach. And second of all, it was so foggy, I didn't think you would enjoy the beach, and it's raining, which means I wouldn't enjoy the beach. My phone certainly wouldn't. So we're here in my studio. So if you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know if you're crafting this morning. I'm going to show you what I've been working on. Good morning, Judy, Julie, Ruthie. Thanks for joining live. No, it wasn't safe for my phone or for me on the bike, so all the way around I decided it's a better idea to stay indoors this morning. Hopefully we'll get back outside tomorrow. Good morning, Joe. Thanks for joining live. Hi, Ruthie. Hi, Karen. Lisa's working on the bag. Wonderful. Hi, Anna. Thanks for joining live. I will be popping into the Ravelry group this morning to check on everybody's progress. Can't wait to see photos. And I'm still shipping as fast as possible. So if you have ordered your yarn to make the Shangri-La bag or the Maggie bag, they're on the way. Thanks, Julie. Hi, Edna. Thanks for joining live. Hi, Jackie. When will I be posting the new vest? As soon as the patterns are done, as soon as the samples are done. So it's probably going to be sometime next week. Judy is almost finished with her Shangri-La I'm going to post. Wonderful. Some people are having trouble figuring out how to use Ravelry and how to post photos. So if anybody asks questions like that and someone else has advice for them, it would be really great if you could give them tips and tricks for how to do it. If anyone happens to ask that, I've been getting emails about it, so I will try to help as much as I can. But anybody that feels like giving a little extra help for those learning how to do this for the first time, I would greatly appreciate it. Before I get started on showing you what I'm working on this morning, I wanted to know how much of the table you can see right now. Because I remember from last time we did this in the studio, what I see on the screen is not exactly what you see. Thanks to, oh, Edna. Edna's appreciating everyone's likes on her project pics. That's wonderful. So glad. So glad Karen could help you out like that. That's awesome. So if anyone feels like telling me how much of the table you can see, like for me, I see the tips of my fingernails, but I see no white surface. So if you could let me know so I can adjust the camera if I need to. You can see the table right in front of me. Okay, so let's scoot it back a couple of inches and see it. Whoa. Okay, maybe this will help a little bit more. So what I wanted to, oh, Karen said you can see about 6 inches of the table, so I'm guessing you can see a little bit more now. Wonderful, good, good, good. Yeah, I've got to learn that what I see isn't what you see, so it'll help to when we can figure this out. Okay, sounds like we're doing better now. So basically, I've got a few things going on my table because I am still working on step outs to finish the Maggie bag tutorial. If you have watched the first video, I showed you one of my awesome tips for how to do long tail cast on with 2 different sides of the same ball of yarn, so you don't have to guess how long to start your tail. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how to do this super simple and beautiful slip stitch pattern, which under my other stack of stuff going on this morning, I have a step out done for that. So I've got the stitch pattern done and going to do the videos for that hopefully sometime today. And then in the 3rd video, I'll show you how to do the drawstring portion of the bag. And then in the 4th video, I'll show you how to assemble the whole thing. In order to make a drawstring bag that closes like that, you actually make 2 drawstrings and you thread both of them through the holes. One cord goes through this way and comes out and ties, and one cord goes through this way and comes out and ties. So you can see in each of those holes there are actually 2 cords. So if you haven't done that before, I think it's going to be really interesting to understand the mechanics of a drawstring bag like that. Really wonderful. Makes a great project that's utilitarian. I always love, especially with gifts, I love making gifts that are utilitarian, because something that someone can get a lot of use out of is a gift that keeps on giving. I've always thought that. Okay, does anybody have any questions before we go further? Hi, Julie. Oh, thank you very much. She says it's beautiful. It is beautiful. This is done in Be So Sporty yarn in the Bling collection, which means it's bamboo yarn with a plied with a thread of pure silver. Something asked a question about yarn, but I missed it. Hi, Ruthie. Thanks for joining live. Hi, Melissa. Thanks, Lisa. Good morning, Christine. Thanks for joining live. Hi, Chris. Okay, it doesn't look like there's any more questions on this one right now, so just set that to the side. I've been thinking about doing more videos on how I journal with my Create, Share, Inspire notebook. So I think it might be helpful if I shared a little more, if I shared a little more of how I journal and what I journal about, because I think some people just need some suggestions. So I'm leaving this out on the table so that I can, when I have time, do some more of those little videos, like the little video I did saying Happy New Year on New Year's Day. So I'm thinking about different ways to share more of that. Good morning, Naomi. Thanks for joining live. I think someone asked if they can use yarns other than mine in my patterns. Well, I mean, yeah, I think that's, I'm not sure what the question means, but you can use whatever you want. Obviously, I make a living off of selling my yarn, so I'm not really sure what the question means, but anybody can use whatever yarn they want in whatever project they use. So if you're asking a specific substitution question, possibly, but I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, so let's move on. Someone's asking about my, to participate in the crochet along and knit along. Yeah, anybody can participate with any yarn. I don't have any rules on there. Just happy for people to participate and be part of the community. That's no problem at all. So this is a shawlette called Midnight Tryst. I almost forgot to talk about it, so thanks someone for reminding me. This is a little shawlette that's worked side to side in a crescent shape. So what you do is you cast on one little edge here, then you increase all the way to the center, and then decrease all the way down to the other side. You're welcome, Edna. And this is done in one ball of Be So Fine yarn in colorway. Did I not put my microphone back on? Can you guys still hear me okay? Is that better? It's not difficult to do. It's in garter stitch. So the base of the body is in a very simple garter stitch, which is knit every stitch. Yeah, I forgot. I took it off for a second, and why did I take it off? I think to move the camera a little bit, and then I forgot to put it back on. So whoopsie. So anyway, there are some more complicated stitches along the edge down here to do the self-edging, but it's not terribly hard. Maybe not a first-time knitter project, but not terribly hard either. And although you can wear it in lots of different ways as a shawl and as a shawlette, I absolutely love the length and width of it for wrapping around and doing a cowl. So you see, I even had enough length to wrap it twice. And because of that self-edging on there, it just makes such a beautiful, beautiful texture along the bottom edge of the cowl shape. And I love this color too. So it's a one-ball project called Midnight Tryst, and you can find the free pattern on my website. You can also find videos for it here on YouTube. And when you go to the pattern page on my website, you can also find the video there. I always embed the videos in the pattern pages if they're available. Does anybody have any other questions about this one? It's really a fun piece to wear. I also have a crochet version of this shape, and that one's called Midsummer Garden, I believe. And so you can find both of those shawlette patterns on my website. And they're both done in that same style of construction where you start at the skinny edge, work with increases to the middle, and work with decreases to the other side with a self-edging. I don't think I have it right here with me to show you, but if I remember, I can show them side by side tomorrow. And that one's done in Parisian Bordeaux, which is that dark winey, not winey as in crybaby winey, in that dark wine red called Parisian Bordeaux. So maybe if you're looking for it, it might help to look for it that way. Hi Nazra, Happy New Year. Lisa hasn't seen it, but she'll look. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it would help to see how I spelled. Oh, there's lawn care starting. Who knows if that's going to be loud. We'll see. Anyway, I was going to show you, and I was going to show you a few things that I'm working on right now. So I finished the second project for the new patterns that are coming out next week. This, I'm going to do it as sneak peek style. I think I'm going to make the mystery go a little longer. Here's the knit version. And here's the crochet version that needs its ends woven in. So this one's done in Be So Tender yarn, knit in colorway Seafoam. This one's done in Be So Tender yarn in colorway Lagoon. And I thought, why not add a little more information to this project, which I think is going to be so fascinating if I can get it done in time. Let's see, where is my bag? I decided to do the crochet version in Be So Fine yarn so that we could talk about yarn substitution and the different ways that you can look at a pattern and figure out how to do the pattern in a different weight yarn. Because the silhouette's going to be beautiful, but look at how different this stitch pattern looks between Be So Tender worsted weight cotton and Be So Fine fingering weight bamboo. It's very different. Obviously, I changed hook size, so it'll give me an opportunity to be able to talk to you about gauge and how you substitute a yarn when the gauge is different. So how you look at a pattern differently when you're going to change some things up. It is a garment. It is a sized garment, but it is not a hard project. And when you see it, you're going to go, oh my God, this is awesome. Yeah, the fine one definitely looks like lace. There's going to be so much that I can teach you with this project, in the knit and crochet one for that matter. I won't have time to whip out a lace version of both, but from what I teach you on the crochet one, you'll be able to apply that one to the knit one as well. So very exciting, and so I'm just on massive marathon crocheting right now to finish this one. So you can see I haven't gotten very far, but it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be hard to not want to wear all three of them every day for the next few months. I'm so excited. So as soon as I finish that one, I can start doing the photography. The pattern's written, edited, and sized. Both patterns are. I just need to finish up my last sample, weave in the loose ends on this one, get the photography done, and then start the videos. So still a lot of work to do, but I'm confident I can do it. And then I can share it with all of you next week. So it's going to be roughly 500-600 yards in the worsted weight, and it'll be, don't know, in the thinner weight yarn. That's something else I'll be able to talk to you about once I have it done. Yeah, I think you're going to really love seeing the yarn substitution quality to it. Hi, Leanne. Thanks for joining. Thank you. This is the Midnight Tryst Knit Shawlette, and you can find it on my website. It's a free pattern, and it comes with video tutorials too. Oh, is Elisa here? Hi, Elisa. Hi, Nikki. Thanks for joining live. Thanks, Dee. Oh, and you know what? I also have the crochet one in another yarn too. So this was the first one I did. This was in Ultraviolet. Then I did Lagoon, and then did the knit one in Seafoam. And now doing the fine version in Chantilly lace. Oh, someone mentioned my hair. You know what? I am getting a haircut tonight, and I cannot for the life of me, what color's my scarf? $1 Million Red. I cannot for the life of me figure out what to do with my hair. The last time I got my hair cut, I got all my layers cut out, and I don't know if you've noticed, but I've had a really hard time styling my hair ever since I did that. I'm not used to my very fine hair being one length. I really think that I need to go back to layers. Even when I try to curl it, nothing's working for me. So I have to figure out by 5:15 tonight, I have to figure out if I'm cutting it off or just cutting layers back in. I don't think I want to lose the length. I really would like to stay with long layered hair. So it's either I have to go shorter with one length hair or cut my layers back in to keep it longer. So I have until 5 p.m. to figure it out. Yeah, Joe, I have had this haircut now for a few months, and I'm convinced now if I was going to figure out how to style it in one length, I would have. I haven't. I can't stand my hair every time I take the time to style it, so that says a lot to me. Good morning, Vera. Thanks for joining live. Judy just got a spiral perm. Wow, I didn't even know you could still get perms. My hair doesn't take perms. When I was in, what was I in? Middle school, junior high, I got a couple of perms and they lasted 1 week in my hair. And the one hairstylist told me it was because the texture of my hair shaft is different than most Caucasian people, and it has a texture that is the same. I forget what she said. Anyway, she said that I have the type of, my texture is like people that have, the texture of my hair is like people that have naturally curly hair, but my hair is naturally straight, and that is why it won't take a curl. Whatever, I don't know what that means. But I know that my hair takes it, I mean, I've had perms last 24 hours and a week. I've never had one last longer than that, and back, that would have been the 80s, the last time I even tried. Does anybody have any other questions? It can be about anything. Ask me about anything. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, Judy, if I could get a perm, I would love to have beachy waves every day. That would be awesome. Terry's hair didn't hold perms either. Wow, glad to hear that. Not glad for you, but glad I'm not the only one. Ooh, Julie's hair burns with perms. Yeah, they can be damaging too. That's true too. Does anybody have any other questions? It doesn't even have to be what I was talking about today. You can ask me about what you're working on or anything else. Yeah, beachy waves are awesome and really easy to do if you have naturally curly hair or permed hair. Not as easy to do when you have straight hair, but it's okay. Oh, Terry wears it in a straight bob. Yeah, that's my other choice. I can either go straight bob, one length here, or I can keep my length and put layers back in down to here. Oh, Judy's going for a trim today too. Yeah, Lily, the grass is always greener, right? You have curly hair and you want straight hair. Oh, I don't know what colors I have in stock, Lisa. I wish that my brain had that inventory capability, but I don't know. Joe's trying to learn to knit. Wonderful. That's great. Good morning, Sandshell. Thanks for joining live. I could be weaving in loose ends while we talk. See, I got to keep moving. If I'm going to make my goal of getting all these patterns published by next week. Oh, you know what? Somebody says her hair's long and she keeps it up. That's when I know that something's wrong. When my hair goes in a ponytail all the time, I know that something's wrong with my hairstyle because I like to style my hair. So if you see me in a ponytail like too many days in a row, there's something wrong and I need a change. Because I always say long hair should be styled, and if it goes in a bun or ponytail every day, there's something wrong. At least for me. That's the rule I give myself. Well, it only took me 2 days to make this larger crochet version, so hopefully it'll only take me another 2 or 3 days to do the Be So Fine version. That's my hope. And if anybody has any questions about Ravelry or the crochet along, because we answered a couple questions so far this morning, which is awesome. If anybody has any other questions, please feel welcome to ask them. And that goes for the crochet along or the knit along. I missed a question about what's around my neck, but it didn't look like it was about today. What I'm wearing around my neck is the Midnight Tryst knit shawlette pattern, and I'll stop weaving this in for a second so I can show you, because those of you joining now probably didn't get to see it. So this is a shawlette that I just have wrapped around my neck a couple of times. Thank you, Anna. You too. Have a great day. So it goes side to side. You start with the little skinny side over here, and you cast on just a couple of stitches, and simultaneously you work on this beautiful edging and on increasing the shawlette all the way to the center. And then once you get to the center, you keep doing the edging the same as you've done the whole project, but the increasing part turns into a decreasing part. Then you come all the way to this end, and it's done in one ball of Be So Fine yarn, and this one's shown in colorway $1 Million Red. And although you can wear it in so many different ways, because it is a shawlette, one of my favorite ways to wear it is as a cowl, where you drape it around your neck a couple of times. You could do it one time like this and have these ends hang down. And I'll stand up so you can see that. That's really cute. Or you can wrap it a second time. What's the name of the shawl in the crochet form? The crochet version of this is called Midnight Garden, I believe. And if you search my website by shawlette, they'll probably both come up. Or you can search by yarns, by projects done in Be So Fine yarn. That'll come up for both of those. And otherwise you would look up Midnight Tryst and Midsummer Garden. And if you have any questions, please leave them for me in the recorded comments below, and I'll help you find the links if you can't find them on your own. We'll figure it out together one way or the other. What material would I use to line the tapestry bag? I think a linen fabric would be nice. I think cotton would be great. I think it depends on what you're going to be using it for. If you're making an evening bag, you could go with satin or silk, but if you're going to use it as an everyday bag or as a market bag, I would stick with cotton or linen or something like that. Yeah, Vera. Vera needs help with posting her photos on the Ravelry group. If anybody has any tips for her, that would be great. There should be a button that shows on the, when you're posting, there should be a button that shows where to just add a photo. If anybody has any tips for her on how to do that, that would be awesome. And maybe we can try to even write a post in the crochet along if someone feels like it, describing how to do it. And I'll try to help Vera if I can too. Lisa's going to post pictures. Oh, Judy. Oh, KB just explained it. Awesome. Vera, if you scroll back in the comments, KB just explained how to do it. Thank you, Karen. That's awesome. Yeah, anybody that has a lot of experience with it will be much easier at describing it. Yeah, KB is awesome at this stuff. Absolutely. Thank you, Karen. KB is Karen, for those of you that don't know. Yeah, we'll get Vera some help and anybody else. That's okay, Vera. It's just your first time. You'll be fine at it very soon. I'm sure of it. It's not difficult. Sometimes it's just hard to figure it out the first time. It happens to me all the time. There, Karen's explaining it again if you want to read that, Vera. All right, well, I'm going to get back to weaving in ends and see if there's any more questions before we go. You are very helpful, Karen. Trying to figure out what I'm going to style with all of these projects too. To do the photo shoots, I've got to figure out how I'm going to be styling them, how I'm going to be styling them differently, how I'm going to be styling them similarly. So lots of stuff to still think about. So fun. And then figuring out how to style them for the different types of photography, because on like, for example, when I do Pinterest posts, apparently Pinterest posts that don't have faces in them are more popular to get pinned than on my website. It's probably better for me to be in the photos than in on Ravelry and Instagram. It's probably more important to show close-ups of the stitches. So there are different components to photography for each place that I do that I will be sharing the photo. So like in the pattern, the photos might be different than what would be on Pinterest and on Facebook and Ravelry and my website. So there's not only lots to think about for styling, but then different types of photography for each of the purposes of the photos. And that might not sound very interesting to some of you, but it is part of the job. Remember my tips the other day about weaving in loose ends. You've got to go multiple directions, back and forth at least 3 times. The more ends you weave in, the more likely you are to have a successful end that stays woven in for the life of your garment. Oh, I think we've got the garbage truck out there now too. I don't know if you guys can hear those sounds. Hopefully everything is nicely muffled with the microphone. But we've had landscapers out here and garbage trucks, all sorts of things this morning. My studios. Yes, at least 6 inches. Yes, Lisa, that is the best practice, is to weave in at least 6 inches. You can hear it, Lily? Sorry about that. I know the waves are better. It was just such bad weather this morning. We had serious fog and drizzly rain. It was way too dangerous to ride my bike. And then I thought it was actually too dangerous for my phone to be out in the drizzly rain as well. So I really thought that it was just not the right day to go to the beach. And because of this really heavy fog, the visibility wasn't going to be great either. So hopefully tomorrow. But Marlon's in a tournament tomorrow, so it depends on what time it starts, whether or not I'll be able to get to the beach. If his first match is at 8 a.m., we'll have to be at the tournament much earlier than that, which means I'll probably chat with you guys from the parking lot if I can. And if not, well, that's what the goal is. Thanks, Edna. Lisa wants to know how Marlon is. Well, he's doing fine. He's in a tournament this weekend, so we'll be I don't know what time the draw is, so I can't tell you what my plan is from now. So if he's super early, I might do it from the parking lot or my car. If he goes a little later, I might be able to pop down to the beach before he starts. So, but at least the tournament's in Naples. Naomi likes to relax at home and crochet when it rains. Yeah, that's a nice thing to do, especially when you can sit outside and not be in the rain. So like sitting on a covered porch when it's raining outside and crocheting is probably my favorite way to crochet at home. I love to be half outside and not wet when it's raining. That's my favorite. So like a covered porch. Oh, Judy, that's awesome. I love all the support you guys of saying it's okay when I have to change location. I put so much pressure on myself to be only at the beach because I know everybody loves the beach, and I try so hard, and I know you guys know that, so that when I don't stay at the beach, I hope that you all know that I've actually tried. Because I want to be at the beach too. The whole reason we started the podcast is because I want to go to the beach every morning because it's good for me too. It's good for me, it's good for you, it's good for all of us to chat together, it's good for all of us to be together, and it's good to see the nature and hear the waves. You know, and the nature of my personality is always to put too much pressure on myself. It's something it's one of the things I have to work on. So, thank you. Thanks, Judy. I definitely appreciate the support and the lack of pressure. You know, that's a good point too, Karen. It is fun to see different parts of nature wherever somebody lives. So for me, that would be Florida. And the tournament we're going to yesterday actually the parking lot is actually really beautiful. I know it sounds funny, but there are some amazing trees in the parking lot where we're going. So if he does go early, it might be really wonderful to show you some of the trees. I'm pretty sure we've done it before, but I even think I did it without the tripod, so maybe with the tripod I'll be able to show you the tree a little bit better. Maybe we'll go sit where you can see the tree. Yeah, you'll love it, Joe. You'll love it. The trees are gorgeous there. But we're out of time, so I want to thank you all for taking time out of your busy morning to spend a few minutes with me. Hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everyone else here. I really enjoy being able to answer your questions whenever I can. If you enjoy my podcast, please feel welcome to click the like button. I know it makes a difference with YouTube, so I'd really appreciate it if you do that. If you want to share it with your friends, that would be awesome too. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow.